The effective SOC program, it's just the right combination of people, process, and technologies. Measuring the performance of the SOC, that's a key role of the Security Operations Center.
To be back here on ThoughtHive with another episode. Now, this is a place where you can discover the latest and greatest innovations in the world of technology. So here we go, hop on, let's go right ahead and say hello to our guest. Ankur Sharma is here, who is a cybersecurity expert. Hi, Ankur, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Aujas. I'm excited to be here.
Super excited to have you and be able to get your expert views on what I think is a very interesting topic. Ankur, security operations centers, or SOCs, as they are more endearingly known, are instrumental for modern organizations to map themselves against security threats and also act as a line of defense for their businesses, right? That's quite a body of work. So could you tell us about the anatomy of an effective SOC program? Maybe you can just break it down for us.
Sure. The effective SOC program, it's just the right combination of people, process, and technologies. When I say people, they are the skilled professionals, which include the analysts, incident responders, threat hunters, and the SOC manager who are trained on various cybersecurity verticals, and they are very effective in identifying the anomalies which emanates from the events which are being ingested from the technology stack across the organization. On the people front as well, they have the clear vision and mission of protecting the crown jewels of any of the organization. When we talk about the processes, they are the well-structured, incident management workflow, playbooks, reporting mechanism, which are sent to the clients, and vice versa. The program is also aligned with the relevant regulatory requirements of the industry vertical, and definitely in terms of processes, skill development is also a process, right? And then lastly, the technology we spoke about, the necessary tools that support the Security Operations Center. They are like SIEM, which is Security Information and Event Management platforms, which is again the heart of any of the Security Operations Center. The SOAR platform, which is the automation, which is the brain of the Security Operations Center. And the threat intelligence feeds, threat hunting tools, and various different tools are utilized within the Security Operations Centers.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for taking us through that. Ankur, you mentioned SIEM, right? So let me ask you this. How can organizations implement and mature, first of all, their SOC programs? Also, SIEM, I hear, is an important strategy to monitor networks, SIEM being security, incident, and event management, right? So what should organizations choose? Do they go with the in-house, system that's available, or should they go with cloud-native SIEMs?
All right, great question, Aujas. So I'll break this question down and I'll start answering the question, starting from what is an effective approach of implementing a SOC program. So as I said earlier, identifying the mission critical assets, which need to be protected, which are the heart of the business. So those are assets are identified initially, and then deploying just the right selection of the tools and technologies. The latest one may not be the greatest one. So just select the right, the mix and match of tools. So for example, what type of a SIEM solution we should have, what type of automation we should be having, what type of a endpoint detection and response platform, it could be XDR or any platform we should be having within our cybersecurity program. And the third one would be the establishing the standardized processes and the playbooks for the threat detection and incident response. Fourth one, the measuring the key performance indicators and keeping the track of the service level objectives, conducting the reviews, iteratively improving the SOC as a program. Finally, the core of any of the SOC is the staff. The staff need to be abreast with the latest threats and threats in the market, so that they can devise a strategy to encounter these kind of attacks, the advanced attacks. The second question you asked was, Nirja, on-prem SIEM or they should move to the cloud-native SIEMs. The decision to have a on-prem or the cloud-native SIEM depends on multiple factors, right? So it could be how much of the cloud workload client is consuming at the moment, because it costs everything, in the cloud, even with the egress traffic and all those things. And same goes with the future plans of the client. So do they really want to move from on-prem infrastructure to the cloud, or the log retention period? These are few of the key decision makers making points which clients should be aware of before deciding on-prem versus the cloud native SIEMs.
All right, I think we all see why SOCs and SIEMs are vital instruments to take organizations of today into tomorrow, right? Now, maybe Ankur, you can also talk us through the available SOC operational models.
Yeah, great question again. So there are two models which in the SOC can be implemented. The first one could be the co-managed SOC. The co-managed SOC is something where the tools are owned by the client, and we as a managed service provider comes in, we provide the monitoring services, responding to the incident based on agreed service level agreements, defining the response playbooks, and perform the administrative tasks like it could be patching and maintaining the platform alongside the client. And the second one could be the turnkey security operations centers, wherein as an MSSP we provide all the tools, technology, licensing, the engineers. And the major advantage of having the turnkey SOC solution is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All the playbooks, the incident management workflows, they can be retrofitted in terms of the client's business requirements.
And maybe you can also touch upon the necessary SOC metrics that need to be monitored.
Absolutely. So measuring the performance of the SOC, that's a key role of the security operations center, wherein which helps to mature the organization cybersecurity program. So few of the indicators I would like to mention here, they would be: what is the incident volume, how many total number of incidents you are receiving, what is the incident rate, which means what is the frequency at which the incidents are occurring, mean time to detect, which is like how much time it took an analyst to detect the threat, and mean time to respond, how much time in the analyst responded to the attack patterns, false positive rates, incident resolution rate, alert volume, alert to incident ratio. These are the few matrices which definitely they should be monitored within any of the SOC program.
Okay, so Ankur, evidently modern organizations can benefit from SOCs, and this is probably where Aujas Cybersecurity comes in, right? Now, could you tell us how the team of experts at Aujas Cybersecurity are helping clients mature their MDR programs?
We have a industry experience of 15 years. We are 1,000 people strong team, and we have 250 people, dedicatedly working for the MDR, and they have a different certification levels from from Microsoft to IBM to the CISSPs, CISMs, and to name a few. The approach towards MDR would be we've been operating in the industry in the MDR space. We're managing our own security operations centers. So we have matured our own processes, workflows, and incident identification, incident response plans. There are multiple programs which clients can enroll into the MDR services. It could be in-house SOC which they already have, or it could be a co-managed SOC which we can help client operate.
That sounds amazing. And there's obviously a sense of security that I'm sure we all feel on this episode. And for those of you watching, if you want to be safe and sound, well, you're in good hands right here on ThoughtHive, and of course with Aujas Cybersecurity. Ankur, thank you so much for joining us. This was great.
Thanks, Neerja. It was a pleasure being part of the show. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. And that's all for now, folks. I'm going to head on out and get myself a cup of hot cocoa to go with this safe and cozy feeling this episode has left me with. Join us again next time on ThoughtHive. Bye-bye.